Big welcome to Manchester United Matters channel. How are you guys? You know, this is our usual time that we always do a live stream, especially onto this channel always, because we are really fit and so much sure that you guys are really into this. But today, two sad stories in there after losing 4-1 to Man City. Rashford threatens to leave Manchester United. Sancho apology in there. It has been handed into by Jodan Sancho in there, having been one of those players that you could really give a 6 out of 10 as a player rating to that game of Man City after leveling that game into the 22nd minute. But later, Kevin De Bruyne gave Man City a lead after like 10 minutes when Sancho really leveled it in there. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss that on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Today, we are having two stories in there, all resulting from the result or the humiliating defeat or the humiliating thrash or the disastrous defeat by Man City. You can term it, because to me as a Manchester United fan who has been here and watching this, there are two games that you don't have to lose. That is a game against Liverpool and a game against Man City. Those are our rivals. Liverpool are our rivals. Reason, this is the team that we almost share the same history as far as success is concerned into the English Premier League and the Champions League. Man City, we are in the same city. You get, we are in Manchester and they are into the town and we are into the so-called village, but the village team for the very many years really outclassed the team into the city. Now Manchester City are really trying to get back to us and really throw all kinds of tantrums to us through beating us and thrashing us goals that we don't even want to see in here. But all in all, that's what football is all about. There is time when you really utilize, when you're really on form, and time comes when you are really not on form in there. But right now, I really want to come and tell you that we are here to dissect what the game of football was all about yesterday and the results in there. And then we're also going to talk about some Marcus Rashford in there, and we're really going to talk about Jodan Sancho. But first and foremost, let's talk about Jodan Sancho, because he has really come out and issued an apology over his social media. And he has told the Manchester United players and promised them that, oh, we are really going to go on and do better. That's what a player who goes by the names of Jodan Sancho has really come out and told Manchester United fans in there for you. This is what he posted in particular, with a photo of him scoring that goal against a side which goes by names of Man City in there. He has said, apologies to the fans. It's not good enough. We have to look at ourselves as players and work hard to make things right. We will keep on fighting in there for you. But this is something I'm not going to buy at Manchester United. For how long are we going to see such posts in there? Your inconsistency at Manchester United is costing us, because when you look at that first goal that United really considered against Man City, I wish I could even get that photo in there, because Sancho was into a position and Alex Telles was calling him and telling him, please come in here and do the needful. Come in here and do the needful and help me out. You get, to mark out this player who goes by the names of Kevin De Bruyne, because he was tied into two players. That is a player who goes by the names of Alex Telles. He was telling him, please come and help me out. But Sancho was just there standing. I'm trying to look for that photo. I wish I can find it. I wish I can find such that I put on the screen in here. You get? Because you come out and post this, and you are the reason as to why we conceded the first goal. You are not only the reason, but when you look at how Maguire was defending, that shambolic defending of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, allowing in that cross to come through in there, that is something that you never really wanted to see happen at Manchester United in there. Then you look at how they gave Kevin De Bruyne a lot of space. It was like he was taking penalties. Those two goals, it was like Kevin De Bruyne was taking penalties. That's it. It was the guy who was taking penalties in there. So I really believe that Jodan Sancho was called upon by Alex Telles that, please come and help me out and cover up that space. And he couldn't really come in through, you get? And then we conceded. So I really believe that we are not into the position of coming in here and really apologizing. No reason to an apology. An apology is not called for, because even if you apologize in the game of football, we gain nothing. What do we gain from your apology? there is nothing we gain from the apology of any player of Manchester United. Even if you come out and say what, your apology is nothing, that is total trash. It's something that I cannot even come out and really listen to, because it doesn't concern me anymore. It doesn't concern me anymore. Losing the derby is all enough. Is all enough. That's what I can really come out and say, that losing a derby like that, especially the derby of a team which against a team which goes by Man City, and us being beaten like that, it's all enough. It's all enough for me. We can't call for anything more like that. A humiliation of 4-0. It would have been all right, a very equal, all right. You say that, oh, we've put up a race, we've put up a fight in there, but what fight did we put up? Nothing. We didn't represent on the day. You get? We only played first half, and second half was so much trash. And now you come out and say that you're apologizing. What do you have to apologize for when you are the player who was on the pitch? You were the player on the pitch, and now you come out and say that you're apologizing. What are you apologizing for? You get? Everything has already. It's like being a driver of a car. Then you end up knocking a pedestrian who is moving on the pavers. You get? On the side of the road. And then you come out and say, I'm sorry. You get? You've broken my leg. I'm going to hospital. I don't know whether I'm going to get my leg back. And you are telling me that I should come in here and really come out and really accept your apology. Why should I? The only way all your apologies will be valid is when you guys win a Premier League or a Champions League for Manchester United. All 3 years, all 4 years from now, we don't care. But we don't want to see such trash being tweeted again and posted again in there. Why should you come out and fool us? That era is gone. I want to let you know that era is gone at Manchester United. No one is going to accept such apologies, because your apologies, if at all you guys put up a resistance like you put up in the first half, in the second half, I would have said, all right, these players really played in very hard, but they failed to really go in and score. All right. You get? But there are games, there are teams that lose 4-0 and they die trying. I said yesterday on my tweet that at Manchester United, in games like this, like a derby, we die trying. Even when we are drowning in a lake, at least we swallow some water for the lake to know that, all right, you've killed us, but you've also seen us swallow some water. You get? That's what United should be all about. It shouldn't be about apologies. How many times are you going to come in and really put up apologies every time? Because every time we lose, an apology appears from Harry Maguire, from Marcus Rashford, from Bruno Fernandes, from Sancho, everywhere. You get? And you just ask yourself, who is handling the social media platforms of these players? And because there are some Manchester United fans out there who don't know the gimmicks that these players really come out and play, who will go in and buy it. When you look at the comments through that on Sancho's post, you see that some are really lenient to him, that you are even better than every player at Manchester United. He is not. Because being the best player at Manchester United means that in games like this is when you lift yourself up to come up and even score a hat-trick. You get? If Sancho had put up an effort into the first goal that we considered against Manchester City, when Telles called him and he really reacted, and even if that goal had really gone in, I wouldn't have come in here and tarnished or trashed Sancho in there. But the first goal that we considered, he was in there at the 18 yards box area, at the arc of the 18 yards box area, and Telles called him because Telles was caught in two players. That was Kevin De Bruyne and Riyad Mahrez. And he called Sancho. Sancho didn't even respond. And he was just standing in there. And you ask yourself, there are no Manchester City player in there, and you are standing in there. What was your reason for standing in there? Yet someone is calling you to give him help. So these are things that I don't believe at Manchester United. I don't believe in them, and I really feel like there are things that we shouldn't come in here and really embrace again at Manchester United, because these are things that really ruin a club in there, because people don't certainly recognize the efforts that we fans go through. Because I don't own dividends at Manchester United. The only happiness I get at Manchester United is seeing it win. That's the only happiness I get. There is no happiness I get. No other happiness I get at Manchester United. And with all the thirst we have of not winning a Premier League or a Champions League ever since Alex Ferguson left in 2013, you get? And you come out and start to apologize in here. You just have to go in there and talk to your fellow players, because Sancho, after scoring that goal, what else did you do? Nothing. Nothing. You were in the pitch for the entire 90 minutes and you did nothing. You get? After that goal. So I really believe that you guys shouldn't take us for granted. You are our players. We like you. But we will always come out and criticize you each and every time you don't live up to the occasions that we do really want to see you guys perform on. Because each and every time your performances are below average, you are costing our team. This team has been here, players have been here, and you guys will leave and go. And we, the fans, are really going to stay here. That's why we come out hard on you, because you are being paid highly, first and foremost. After being paid highly, some of you are not even fans of Manchester United. You get? So I will believe that players, we have to go hard on them. And the reason that's why I'm going hard on Sancho is because he really came out and put up an apology. And every player of United who came out and put up an apology in there. You are really annoying. You are very much annoying, because you can't come out and apologize after you guys putting up a shambolic performance like that. The performance was shambolic in there, apart from David De Gea in there, making saves in there. When you look at Harry Maguire, I had not even witnessed that even that third goal of Riyad Mahrez, it was because of his deflection into that ball that made De Gea to miss it. You get? So even the second goal that we conceded, how does Harry Maguire allow that ball to go past him, to go back to Kevin De Bruyne? How does he? How does he allow that to happen? How does that ball pass through his legs? Because it would have been a very easy pass. Pass it past the goal line, the other goal, not in the middle of the goal, and then you would see things happening at Manchester United, and it would have been a corner. You get? And would have defended the corner very well. But all in all, this is Manchester United trying to play what they do in there. They are spinning these things in there. We won't allow this at Manchester United anymore. And this era won't really see you guys come in here and really talk that trash in front of us. We won't allow it. Mr. Jodan Sancho, you've improved a lot. You have 5 goals with 2 assists into your season, and you can even score 10 goals because you're on fire. I know on the weekend when you're playing Spurs, you're really going to come out and score. You're one of those players that I tipped to go in and really lead United to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, into the game of Atletico Madrid that's going to happen at Old Trafford next Tuesday in there. But don't at any one moment come up and really put up a defense for a team like that. You get? Your fellow players, you should go and tell them that you aren't giving this club what it deserves. So we are leaving Sancho out to that. Go into the comment section and tell me what you think about Jodan Sancho and how he really came out and put up an apology. And how do you see his apology in there? I don't welcome it. For my case, I don't welcome his apology. I don't know what you guys think about it. But for me as Rokani, I don't welcome the apology of Jodan Sancho because it's irrelevant after a loss. Because if at all he had really put up a very thrilling performance, like he had really created chances or scored like 2 goals in there, and we went out in there to be beaten and defeated, I would have said, all right, it's okay. He really put up a performance, but his fellow teammates let him down in there. I would have said, oh, Sancho is so much okay in there. But after him scoring that goal, what else did Sancho do? Nothing. Sancho did nothing in that entire game. After scoring that goal, did you see him represent again? No, I didn't see him. If I told you saw him, come out and really talk to me and give me the evidence in there, because I really feel like he was really so out of that game in there. So after that story, we go into the Rashford story that was broken this morning by a man who goes by the names of Fabrizio Romano. Fabrizio Romano came out and said the following. Marcus Rashford is considering his future. He's concerned about his lack of game time. Source close to Manchester United forward tell me he always been professional, but he wants clarity. His current United contract runs out in June 2023. in there. But for more clarification, I want to let you know that however much it runs out in June 2023, there is a year of one option to extend of Marcus Rashford's contract in there for you. Now, I really find this funny, and I really feel like these players are using this as an scapegoat to turn us off the result of Man City. We aren't going off the result of Man City because Rashford, you got 30 minutes on the pitch. Did you really come out and show us that you're really at a level of coming in here and doing the needful at Manchester United? Not really. FCB Adam says, why? Geez, it's been long since I've come on this channel. Yeah, it's been long since you've come on this channel, Adam. But thank you for coming in here. And we're talking about Marcus Rashford in there for you, coming out and really throwing in a threat that he really wants to leave at Manchester United in there. According to what Fabrizio really came out and put up, I really feel like this is what Rashford is putting up. But who is going to sign you, Marcus Rashford? The previous season, you're okay. And for the previous 2 seasons, you were the first player to go in and score 20 goals for 2 consecutive seasons, and the last player to do that at Manchester United was Wayne Rooney in there. That was great. For the previous season, you really proved that you were going to be one of the best players in there. You even earned comparisons between you and Kylian Mbappe and Neymar in there. Remember that very well because of what you are really putting up. But right about now, what you are putting up is really bad, and you aren't even dying to play for this team. You come out in the game of Man City and you look like you were a total novice. You were a total stranger. You were like a visitor who had really gone to visit a beach. Because when you go to the beach, all what you do there is boozing and ABCD extra in there. But this was a football match where you were required to come in and really save your team. They bring you up when the game is 2-1. And for the 30 minutes you spent on the pitch, you didn't register any shot on target because the entire Manchester United team never registered a shot on target. And Marcus Rashford, you won't use this as an scapegoat, and no one is going to forgive you for this because you guys need to know that this team has its fans all over the world who have been here for a very long time. And if at all a player who is even better than you, who goes by names of Anton Martial, is away at a team which goes by names of Sevilla, do you think you are so much special to this club? You aren't, because you've done nothing. You've done nothing because what's the weighing scale of any player, especially when playing for Manchester United? Winning the Champions League and winning the Premier League. Of those, have you won any? You'll come out and brag, I won the FA Cup with Louis van Gaal, I won the Carabao Cup with Jose Mourinho, I won the UEFA Europa League with Jose Mourinho. That's total trash. That's total trash. That's none of our business into this business. Because for us, what we call as trophies is the Premier League and the Champions League. The other ones are silverwares and bonuses. They are not trophies that we're really going to come here and brag about Mr. Rashford in there. You get? In 30 minutes onto the pitch, what did you do for you to really come out and put up such a tweet? I'm having Adam says, okay, Rashford, goodbye. To me, I really say goodbye to him because I really feel like, what's the reason of really giving Rashford a new contract? You get? I think it's better you sell off Rashford and bring in another player in there. You get? Because there are very many players that can really come out at Manchester United and play better than Rashford. You get? Because he is not all that skilled. His only threat is the pace. You get? He's the pace in there, and even right now his pace is not useful to us anymore. Adam says, I'm on 62 subscribers. All right. I'm really going to pass there and subscribe in there. FCB Adam in there. I'm going to come in and subscribe in there. Then he says Rokani in for center back. No, by the way, I used to play left back, and sometimes I used to play center back in there, and the attacking on the left flank of the midfield in there for you. But the midfield too, the problem as to why the midfield looked like that was because Rafael Varane was out, and I was really laughing at the end of that game because Tim Sherwood came out and said that Rafael Varane is one of the worst centre-backs that United has signed. He has failed to adapt to the Premier League standards in there. And I asked myself, has he watched the game today? Does he know the stats of Manchester United? Because the stats of Manchester United are as follows. All the games that have been trashed and beaten, Rafael Varane has been out of our central defence. That game of Leicester, he was out. The game of Watford, he was out. The game of Liverpool, he was out. The game of Man City that we are beaten 2-0 was out. The game of a team which goes by the names of Man City that we are beaten 4-1 yesterday, he was out. And I'm asking myself, what is this guy talking about? What is he talking about? Are we living on the same planet? I know everyone is entitled to his own opinion, but if at all I bring in stats and I really put them into the eyes of Tim Sherwood, can he really defend himself? He can't. He can't defend himself on this. He can't. So let's go back to Rashford. Rashford saying that he's revisiting his future, he's planning his future. Mate, no one is going to sign you. No one is going to sign you at a level of Manchester United because City can't take you, Liverpool can't take you, Chelsea can't take you. I think the least you can go is Spurs or Arsenal. You get, but all of those are not at the level of Manchester United. You get, you've been given the chance at Manchester United. I will remember into the was it the semi-finale? I think it was it was in the final of the UEFA Europa League last year. Rashford had a chance to really score, to really give United a lead, and he didn't. Was it? I think it was the quarterfinal. It was the semi-finals that we played against Sevilla when we lost 2-1. But United would have gone into the first half by 2-0. You get? But Rashford missed out on chances. And if I'm to count on how many chances Rashford has really costed United, oh my God, they are unlimited. They are uncountable. I can really come out and start flashing them out my head in there. Because he has done lots of bad things at Manchester United on the pitch. And his selfishness has really put him off the pitch. Because I really said that if at all any serious manager comes in at Manchester United and tells Rashford that, please, I want you to play like this, and he continues to be selfish, he's not going to be playing a game. And that's what has happened, because they try to put him onto the right wing because they know that when he's playing off the left side, it's easy for him to cut inside and shoot. And even when he was put onto the right side of the wing or the flank of the pitch, guess what he continued to do? He just continued to go on and on and on and on and on to do the same thing again and again. That is Marcus Rashford in there for you. So he's a kind of player that we won't miss at Manchester United, and I really believe that, apart from the board really looking at him as one of those players that really has lots of numbers on social media, he's one of the success projects that are coming from the academy in there. But what else has he offered? He has nothing to offer to Manchester United, and I really believe that if you've been at Manchester United since 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 7 years, and you've won nothing, that means you are stagnant, and you deserve to be kicked out of the club. You get, remember Steven Gerrard, he was at Liverpool and he was stagnant. At least for them, he really won a Champions League for them in there. But I really believe that because he was stagnant and couldn't really drive Liverpool to the next level, he couldn't win a Premier League. Even the day they had to win the Premier League, he really slipped onto the ball, and it found Demba Ba, and Demba Ba put it at the back of the net, and Chelsea beat them by 2-0. Remember that very well? That is Chelsea in there for you. So I really believe that it's time for people like Rashford to leave United. As we call for the likes of Harry Maguire to leave Manchester United, these people like Rashford should leave, because if Ragnick comes in and really tries to coach you and you don't want to play as he wants to play, then that means you won't play well under any decent manager. Because I really believe that even when Ten Hag comes in, you won't really start into his team. Because I really believe that Danny Van Beek and Antoine Martial will play ahead of you. You get, Sancho will play ahead of you. If Greenwood returns from what he really caused to himself, he'll play ahead of you. So what else do you have to do for United in there? So to me, I really believe that Marcus Rashford and leaving Manchester United, it will be very much okay for him to leave. And I don't see any reason as to why they're adding him a new contract, because he'll come in and call for money. You get, he'll come in and call for money. I really believe that it's better you sell off Rashford at this age in there. But I'm asking myself, who's going to take him? I believe that no one is going to take him, because I really believe that he has stooped so low, and all those teams that were really eyeing him are no longer so much interested in him. Because when you look at the way he's deteriorating, he reminds you of Dele Alli. Dele Alli of Tottenham Hotspur, who used even to score 20 goals a season. Remember that Dele Alli, who used to score goals for fun? He went to the World Cup and played for England. And ever since then, he really dropped down into the picking order, and now he's in Everton. And if Rashford does not watch his space very well and his footmarks, he might turn into another Dele Alli, a player that really promised so much during his young age, and when he reached into his prime age of really showing us what he's all about, he really did nothing. You getting now? All right. So someone was really referring Nani to Marcus Rashford. I told people, you guys don't know what you're talking about. Nani put up performances at Manchester United that Rashford didn't. And in each and every season that we won the trophy, because Nani came in 2008, I remember, in his first season at Manchester United, we won a Champions League, we won a Premier League. You remember that very well? That is Nani in there for you. And in the next season, we won the Champions League, and we won the Premier League and reached the Champions League final. You get? In 2010, we again won it. We won the Premier League, you remember that very well. So you can't really come out and really compare a player who won trophies for Manchester United, and he was so much important and crucial because he really put up crosses, he scored good goals in there for you, he put up assists in there. You get? You can't compare Nani to Ronaldo to Rashford. They are two different players altogether in there, and I really believe that even if Rashford threatens to leave Manchester United, it's okay for him to quit, because I really believe that he has been here, he has had his time, and let him go. Let other players come in at Manchester United. You look at Sancho with the vibe he comes in with, and Sancho is a talent. You get? Because when you talk about talent, I don't really rate Rashford's talent in there. You get? I don't rate it. So guys, feel free to go to the comment section and tell me what you think about this team of Manchester United taking on Man City, the apology of Jodan Sancho, and Rashford coming out and telling us that he's thinking about his future at Manchester United, something that I really feel like the body is going to fidget and call him on table to really extend his contract in there for another 3 years in there for you. And I really believe that Rashford should take an example of Bruno Fernandes. Rashford is earning close to, is it £200,000 a week, £250,000 a week? I think £200,000 a week. Look at Bruno. Bruno is earning £150,000 a week. They've called him on table to really renew his contract or extend his contract at Manchester United and really give him lots and lots of money, like £250,000 a week. Bruno has said no, because it feels like things are not okay at Manchester United. He only put point to paper when things are okay, and I really believe that Marcus Rashford should take this as a very good example in there to him in there. Thank you guys for watching again. I'm out for now. See you later. This is the Manchester United Matters channel, and I go by the names of Already. I'm out.